Presidential candidates are back on the campaign trail after last night's GOP debate. Republican hopefuls are making their final pushes to pick up support in Iowa.
And as we've mentioned, we got 3 days until the Iowa caucuses. Joining us from the site of last night's debate is Republican candidate Dr. Ben Carson. Dr. Carson, good to see you again, sir.
Thank you. Nice to be with you.
So let me ask you, sir,
although it is cold out here.
I can imagine. We appreciate it that you're out there. Thank you very, very much. Let me ask you how you think you did in your last debate before the Iowa caucuses, and do you think that Donald Trump's absence last night made for a more substantial debate?
Well, you know, I had probably the least amount of time, but I think I probably had the most substance. Not having Donald Trump there was beneficial in the sense that when he is there, he tends to be the focus and the plurality of questions are directed at him. So it did give us an opportunity perhaps to have a little more time, but it still wasn't particularly equitable.
Dr. Carson, we want to play some sound from your closing statement last night. I think, you know, some people were a little puzzled as to why you chose to recite the preamble from the Constitution. Let's play this, and you can tell us why you chose that.
I want to thank the people of Iowa for being so welcoming to me. Please think of our founding fathers as you listen. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the benefits of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. Folks, it's not too late. Enough said.
So explain to us, Dr. Carson, why did you choose that way to end the debate?
Well, as I said at the beginning, think about our founders seeing us the way we are today as you listen, because the original intent was, in fact, to establish a nation where justice for everybody was important. A nation where there was domestic tranquility because we treated people in the right way. A nation where we took care of the security interest of all of our citizens, which is particularly important at a time when we have global Islamic jihadists who want to destroy us. A nation where we promote the general welfare. That doesn't mean put everybody on welfare. That means create an atmosphere that will allow people to thrive. And most importantly, thinking about our posterity, thinking about our children, not borrowing from their future. The current generation is the first one in the history of America not expected to do better than their parents. And that's going to be a downward trend from here unless we become serious. Abandon the Colosseum attitude that the ancient Romans had. Let's just go see blood and gore. Let's just be entertained while their society is crumbling around them. It's time for us to get serious.
Dr. Carson, at the very end of the preamble to the Constitution, you said, folks, it's not too late. I wonder, sir, since the Constitution was established in this country, have we not grown? Have we not become more powerful, better than we were 200 and some odd years ago? And every day gets better in this country?
Well, it kind of depends on how you look at it. You know, we declared our independence in 1776. In less than 100 years, we're the #1 economic power in the world. It was a juggernaut. We're moving in the opposite direction right now. But that doesn't mean that we have to despair. It means that we need to look back at the things that work, understand what they are, understand that we need to unleash that economic engine. We need to create an environment where there is an incentive to engage in entrepreneurial risk-taking and capital investment. Those are the things that will grow it once again. We have to stop lying to ourselves. We tell people that, you know, we have 5% unemployment, which is essentially full employment, without talking about the labor force participation rate, which is at a historic low. Those are the things that are affecting people. We don't talk about the regulations. All of those regulations cost money in terms of goods and services. And it's the most regressive type of tax tax there is because everybody has to pay it. We don't talk about the fact that our national debt is destroying the American dream because Joe the plumber doesn't have the ability every Friday to put 5 or 10% of his check in the bank and watch it grow and create a nest egg which will give him independence later on in life. Those are the things that are important. Nobody's talking about that.
Dr. Carson, after seeing success early on in the campaign, things have really cooled off for you in terms of the polls. You're largely polling in the single digits in Iowa. The last poll there had you at 8%. If you do not improve after the Iowa caucuses, will you push ahead to New Hampshire or consider dropping out?
Well, I will always be realistic. I will always determine, what the will of the people is. Remember, I'm in this because I got hundreds of thousands of petitions from Americans saying, please do this. Please give us that alternative. And I will always continue to look at that support.
So, Dr. Carson, before we let you go, what is your campaign, and specifically you, what are you going to be doing in the next couple of days, the next 3 days before the Iowa caucuses? Give us a sense of your schedule, sir.
I'll be doing the same thing I've been doing for almost the last 2 weeks, getting out in front of lots of people, lots of town halls, answering their questions, and seeing tremendous shifting going along. I think everybody's going to be pretty surprised on Monday.
Dr. Ben Carson, thank you so much for joining us in the bitter cold. We really appreciate it, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.